Hello, I am Brian Reich from Reich Web Consulting. This is the first video in a series of WordPress training videos that I'm going to create. I'm creating them primarily for my clients, but they're also for a general audience, so if you just happen to stumble across this, I hope you find it useful. Anyway, let's get started. So we are looking at the homepage of a very basic WordPress website. In fact, this is a default install of WordPress running the default theme. It has all the default content set up. From the very beginning, I've done nothing to it so far. And that's because I want to show you how to do stuff. And the very first part of managing your WordPress website is logging into it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up to the address bar in our browser, and right after the domain that our WordPress is set up on, we're going to type a /wp-admin and hit enter. And that takes us to the WordPress login screen. Now, there's a couple of things on this screen. It's very simple. First, it's asking us for a username or email address and a password. When you set up WordPress, or when your web dev sets up WordPress for you, they will create an account for you with a username, but it will also be tied to your email address. So you can log in using either one. I'm going to go ahead and use my username, and I'm going to use the password that I set up when I created the site, and I will click login. And I'm going to go ahead and log in, but then as soon as I do that, I'm going to log out so we can explore this page a little bit more. Now we're at the WordPress dashboard, and we're going to get into this in the next couple of videos. But for now, I'm going to go up here to the top right where it says Howdy, Reich Web Consulting, and I'm going to log out, which takes us back to the login screen. Now, once again, in username or email address, we can use either our username that's assigned to our account or the email address assigned to it, and the password that we created when we set up the site or when our web dev set up the site for us. We can click Remember Me, which will keep us logged in and not ask us for our password in the future. Generally, I don't use the Remember Me option because I don't want my browser saving my credentials and keeping me logged into things. I like to do it fresh every time I use the site. Login button, pretty straightforward. That logs you in. I'll just show you what it does when you have an incorrect login. All right, so error, incorrect username or password, 3 attempts remaining. Now, this may or may not show up on your website. My web host automatically limits the number of incorrect login attempts to prevent brute force attacks against my websites. So if I would do that 3 more times, I would get locked out of logging into this website for about a half an hour. You may or may not have that on your hosting environment. If you don't and you want it, I highly recommend Flywheel. That's where I host all my stuff and all my client stuff. Anyway, going down the page, there is also a lost your password link. Now, this pretty much does what you would think it would do. We're going to go ahead and click lost your password. And on this screen, this allows you to self-serve when you can't remember how to log into WordPress. All you need to do is remember the email address that you use to create your WordPress account, or that your web dev used to create your WordPress account. You can put it into this field, type get new password, and it's going to send you an email with a password reset link. Okay? So if you're my customer, I will tell you right now, if you're having trouble logging into WordPress, please try this first before you ask us to reset your account. This will get you into your website much, much faster than I can do if I have to check my email and log into your site and reset your account and send you an email, etc., etc., etc. This will help you get into your website in a matter of minutes rather than half the day till I get to respond to your email. Anyway, so we'll go back to the login screen. And the last link on this page says back to, and then it shows the name of your website. And this is just going to take you back to your homepage. Exactly what you would expect. All right, so that is basically everything about the WordPress login screen. I've also told you how to automatically reset your own password rather than having to reach out to your web dev to do it for you. That self-serve password reset really will save you a lot of time. All right, well, I will see you in the next video where we talk about the WordPress dashboard.